You're listening to She Means Business, a podcast of 4 women realtors, each with unique business models, who came together to establish a supportive community. We are here to offer valuable resources and break down barriers that we face within the industry.
All right, welcome back. Thank you guys for hanging in there and giving us another shot here and listening. We super appreciate it. Today it's myself, Ashley, and Angie, and Piper. We are missing Erica today. She's on mom duty, but family first, so it's totally fine. There'll be days where the 4 of us can't all get together, but we're still here for you. So we are going to talk about collaboration today and the importance of that in the industry, and not only with other realtors, but other industry professionals, and how that's helped our business and how it doesn't have to be competitive, because we all have different ideal clients, so we don't have to sit here and hold everything back from each other and play a 1v1 game. I don't know. It's we can just share ideas and collaborate. So
there's enough business to go around for all of us.
There is.
We all have different business models and different brokerages and stuff. So
yeah, the 4 of us. I mean, 3 of us today, but we have way different ways of bringing in business, and we can collaborate so well and just our conversations with each other.
It has never felt competitive.
No, never once. Never once. And I'm like, I'm fighting Piper for this listing. No, it's never. It just really, I'm like, I want to help her get this listing.
I know, anytime you've got a listing, I'm like, I need to find a buyer for Ashley.
Yeah.
How can I do this? Yes.
This has been the most important group for me this year, and especially for collaboration, because every time I'm putting a listing on the market, I'm like, you guys, what should I do for this city, for this market, for this listing, and then you all give me different feedback that I wouldn't have thought about, and it's so awesome to have that. So that's a good collaboration between us.
Collaborating with Broker Ben, your husband,
your
because he's been a great resource, I feel like, for all of us, just because he's had more experience, more training, and for some of us that are newer, we're still learning. It's good to learn.
He gets to talk to lawyers all day long, so he knows all the rules and stuff. So
when you said he's on his phone all the time with other realtors, and he's always collaborating too. So
always,
yeah.
So what would you guys say? What would you do as a new real estate agent to start collabing?
I came from my dad's brokerage, which was very small, so it was just he and I, so it was kind of hard for me to branch out and collaborate, and I didn't really have a lot of that. Mm-hmm. But when I joined EXP, and knowing that the brokerage was 90,000 agents, I just immediately dove head first in all of the networking events.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
Yes. I just went to all the trainings and all the, random events that they threw, even if it was, a broker open. Yeah. I would just show up, put myself out there and get to know people. Yes. And Ashley, at one of those events, that's how I met you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And same with Erica. That's how I met Erica too, is just at a broker open.
Yeah. Yep.
Just from being on a different team. And so, for me, it's a little uncomfortable walking into a scenario where you literally know no one, and it feels like they all know everybody.
Yes.
And it's like, is anybody going to talk to me? But you have to put yourself out there.
Right.
So, yeah.
I agree too. And starting at different brokerages, you get different ways of starting. I would say where you can start at a brokerage that has an office and you talk to everyone, but then also you can start a brokerage that's on the cloud too. And then you don't have as many, but you do online. So there's different ways of starting, like you said, Ashley.
Yeah, I had started at a brokerage that we had a physical office, and that's how I had connected with my first couple realtor friends, and I definitely needed them in my first year, so I'm glad I had that. Whereas EXP, love it so much, but starting, it would be tough, and you did a good job by putting yourself out there. But honestly, it'd be super easy just to be all right, my couch is comfy, and I will sit here on my laptop and be working all day. And sure, you can follow some people on Instagram and connect, but you do have to get out there and get yourself known. So when people see you on a PA and you're submitting for your buyer, you're like, I met Piper that one time, I'd love to work with her. So just you want to collaborate with agents. It's not it's a relationship business, obviously.
Yes. Well, and Ashley, I feel like a lot of the times, especially when you go to those events, you're not only meeting realtors, but you're also meeting lenders, you're meeting inspectors. You're meeting appraisers, all of these industry professionals that can help you elevate your business.
Right.
So.
And don't be a mean person.
Don't be a mean person.
Get along. Like we talked
Build
about.
Build good rapport with agents.
Yes.
I've had some tough cookies to deal with sometimes, and it made me not want to do a deal with them.
Yeah.
I called this realtor once, and I was like, "Hi, it's Piper with eXp Realty," and he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, oh, I'm just calling about your. I'm just calling about your listing on XYZ Street, and he's like, and I'm like, and maybe I have a buyer, jerk. Like,
trying to make some money, like for you and I.
What a disservice!
I know. I'm
for
just
your
like,
clients.
I know, and especially when you go coming soon or you go live, keep your phone on you.
Yep.
You're gonna get phone calls.
Yes.
Be available.
Yep.
Ben and I always know that we usually put listings on Thursday, you can see online, but then we do the actual, you can go into the listing on Friday. We always know that Friday night we're going to be busy.
Yeah.
And so we don't have any plans that night, you know?
At least just make yourself available.
Exactly.
For a small portion of the evening where you can return those phone calls. Because obviously you don't want to, give up every Friday night when you know.
Yeah.
Yes. But it also, if you do deal with the agent you did, Piper, where they were rude to you and they almost didn't want you to put an offer on their listing, you're not gonna say you have a listing next time and that same agent calls you with an offer and you have 5 other offers. I would tell my seller, hey, I've worked with this person before. They were hard to work with. They might not follow through, and that's just what I'm saying, and this person I know I have a good rapport with. They have good communication. We'll work through inspection items together. They are reasonable. There's nothing we can't work through with this other person. So
yeah, because you are collaborating with the buyer's agent. Or the other agent on a transaction. You guys are a team.
Time.
You both want
and
to
if you
close.
are make friends out of that, that's awesome.
If you don't get paid, I don't get paid.
Yeah.
If I don't get paid, you don't get paid.
Right. Exactly.
And then you potentially, if you are a mean person, you can make less money for your clients, which no one ever wants to do. So
you want to know what the most shocking thing to me is that realtors do?
What?
Submit an offer without contacting you.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
I have
so bizarre.
That happened to me
So
the
bizarre.
first time in the summer. I had a listing that went into multiples, and I had 7 offers, and 3 of them just came in my email, and the agent didn't call me.
What if it went to junk mail?
I literally had one in my junk
I
box.
know.
Yes,
You
we did too.
literally.
We did too. That's why I brought it up.
Yes.
I'm like, you didn't text to confirm, hey, did you get my offer?
Yeah.
I just thought that was bonkers.
Yes, bonkers. So
Right.
everyone remember to always contact the listing agent, and sometimes they won't answer
Ahead
their
of time,
phone,
too.
but email. Then just say, even if they don't answer you back on the phone call or the email, just say, hey, can you just confirm receipt that you got this, just so I know
Confirmation.
it's
Text
confirmation.
them.
Then have your lender call that
Yeah.
agent. We always have our
Yes.
lenders call.
Always have the
build a
lender call.
rapport. Collaborate.
Yeah.
Say my person's gonna close. I've already done all the process behind the scenes, so we're
They're
good.
a strong buyer.
They're a strong
Let's
buyer.
go. Yep.
Yeah, so those are all ways we can just collaborate within a transaction. We think collaborate it might be outside of it, but this is all hands-on, in a transaction, how can we work as a team?
Yep.
And so it's how do you guys outside of a transaction, what does your collaboration look like? I'm curious. 'Cause I feel we're all very different in that.
In real estate world,
with
or?
lenders.
Oh, yeah. So actually, I have collaborated with a couple different lenders, and one of them, Ben and I and the lender, we did a first-time homebuyers class, and we ended up having 4 people close from that class already. One was last week.
Wow.
So, and that was 4 years ago.
Nice.
4 years ago. So one was last week, one was last spring, one was gonna be next week.
Goes
so
to show that the stuff you do now will pay off potentially 3-4 years from now, but it will pay off.
Yes, we didn't have the lender pay for the class or anything. Ben and I paid for the class. We just had the lender there to answer questions, but we collaborated with him so he could teach his expertise of the loan side and what kind of loans you can be approved of, kind of credit stuff, especially for first-time home buyers.
Yeah.
And then we taught the real estate side and what you should do to prepare yourself, and it paid off.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Well, and I feel it's kind of a give and take relationship too with your lender. I mean, I collaborate with 2 lenders currently, but there is another lender that I've been floating the idea of working with just because I had a lunch with her and I told her about a client that I had where a mistake was made with a previous lender, and she ended up correcting it and doing all this research, and then texted me 3 weeks later, and she's like, hey, just so you know, I don't want to get into too much detail about it, but, but she actively reached out to me, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone who's going to do their due diligence and who's going to be there for my clients, and I also want to do the same thing.
Most important part of collaboration, by the way, to make sure that they are going to do something for your clients. We have a lender that's never given us a client, but she does such an amazing job that I trust her. I would trust her with my life. So I send her clients because she's so good at what she does, and I know she's going to get done. I know she's going to do it right away. You know what I mean? Like, so that's also part of collaboration, making sure it's best for your client.
Yeah, and I also think like fairness too of like, hey, if I'm sending you 4 clients, it'd be nice for you to send someone back.
Yeah, a little bit of give and take.
Yeah.
And whether it is like a client or like you said, just value in general, but at least it's not just
you
like
don't want a one-sided relationship. Yeah.
Especially when you're collaborating.
Yeah.
I know.
What other industry professionals do you kind of have in your back pocket as collaborators with you?
I mean, I have like a list of like my team of experts, I feel like, and so I kind of collaborate a little bit with all of them. So I have an inspector on there, I have an appraiser on there, I have, you know, my transaction coordinator who's literally like my right hand person, you know, and I feel as though they bring me up a lot when they are having, you know, these small conversations at their family events and when they're talking with friends of like, hey, I'm thinking about moving. Oh, boom, I work with Piper.
Yes.
You know, it's like I want to be the first person that the first name that comes out of their mouth.
Right.
And so I feel like as long as you keep building those relationships with the industry professionals, I don't know, to me that's like the most important collaboration is just broadening, I guess, your range of not just narrowing it down to one niche.
Yes, I agree. Yep. Is there anything that you do outside of real estate for collaborating?
I guess I collaborate most like with my dad and brother. My dad's the builder that I work with, and my brother works for him as well. And we just have like such a bond on like I can bounce ideas off of them so much, and like they're my soundboard, and like they'll give me any constructive criticism that I need, and like that's just so important. I feel like another part of collaborating is just like the accountability part too. Like with you girls, like we check in, and it's like we're collaborating and we're like, hey, I'm going to work on this week, and then like end of the week comes, it's like, hey, did you work on that?
Yes, we do.
And
that.
so it's like that's just
Angie,
so
like 7:45 a.m.
Yeah.
Are you guys at the gym yet? 'Cause I'm here.
It's so good though, and it's
Get
like
your butt on
that's
the
a way-
treadmill.
I like today.
to work together, because like if you don't have that, like real estate can be so lonely. Like you're on an island, like literally.
Well, and that's
No
what
one
it felt
knows.
like,
No one's
honestly.
watching you, like seeing if you're like what you're doing all day, like checking in.
Especially as a solo agent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which you and I are, Ashley.
Yep.
And it is so important to have somebody holding you
well,
accountable.
no, we're solo business.
Solo business, you and
So
Beth.
we're kind of on an island too.
It could be easy for you guys to just like kick back and be like, hey, we can chill today. No one will
for
know.
sure.
Like you're
Yeah,
like
we
just
could.
in your house, like it's still
But you don't.
outside
No,
collaboration. No, you don't.
You guys know I have the opposite problem. They actually hold me accountable for trying to get me to relax and take a day for myself. But
Yeah.
My husband says
don't
the
do
same thing. I'm just like,
you're like that too.
Yeah.
You and I both.
he's like, Piper, you just need to chill.
Yeah.
Like, just shut the computer off. I'm like, I have so many ideas. I just need to get them out. Like, I'm just always looking for like the next best thing to level up my business.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or like help other agents.
Yep.
So,
Collaboration will never hurt you.
yeah.
And especially
That's where
building
this
rapport.
podcast came from.
Exactly.
honestly.
Because we just wanted to
If
know.
we didn't
like,
start collaborating, like this
Yeah.
wouldn't even be in existence.
like we all met each other, and I feel like we are all so nice and sweet and like bring out the best in each other that I just want that for every real estate transaction.
I know, seriously.
Yes.
Well, like when you find that, it's like, okay, how can I provide this to somebody else?
Yeah.
Which is why when we started talking, I was like, we could provide some good resources
Yes.
and quality content for people to level up their business. How can we do that?
Yes.
Enter podcast.
Yep.
Might be a little weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
To close out this episode, serious question.
But, okay.
Who would you marry, kill, or date? Topic?
Ooh, okay, I got a good one.
Yes.
Let's do, okay, chrome hardware, gold hardware, black hardware.
Oh, that's so hard for me.
Oh, it's an
kinda
easy-
hard
it's
for
an
me.
easy
Okay, then you
kill
go.
for me.
Ashley, go first. then.
Easy kill?
Easy kill is
it
chrome.
Yeah.
I hate chrome.
Okay, we're all kill chrome, so we don't.
I hate it so much, but it's honestly
I'm
the
a
most
kill chrome, too.
cost-effective option.
Yes.
is.
So it's such a struggle for me when I'm like doing selections for new builds. I'm like, where
But
do
that's
I?
why it looks the cheapest.
That's why it's cost effective.
I'm
right?
like, okay, can we please upgrade to black and gold? Though I'm loving gold right now.
Yes.
So I'm
I'd marry
definitely
gold.
dating gold.
You're marrying black.
I'm marrying
hardware.
black. Yeah, black feels timeless, even though gold has came back around for a while there. Gold was
Yep.
So it's just like, I love it now. I actually just put it in one of my models, all gold hardware. But black
I don't like
is
the
so
really
simple.
like brassy gold. You know what I mean? I like that like
I do champagne
all
bronze
that.
actually, so asterisk there for gold. Champagne bronze.
Okay.
And take Ashley's
Moen
advice.
has it, and for like fixtures,
Yeah.
you can match
Moen
the
does?
Moen faucets with the cabinet hardware if you do champagne bronze.
Take Ashley's advice because she does all the new construction
Stop.
orders for her dad. So
Yeah.
she's a
I
good one
love
to take it
doing
from.
Yes.
For me, this is really hard because I'm a huge gold fan right now.
Yep.
And I wanted it in my new
love
construction home, but my husband said, heck no, because of the timeless factor.
Yep.
So I would do the same as you, marry black, kill chrome, and date gold. Because of Ben. That's the only
Yeah.
reason.
Piper, you're gonna switch it up?
No,
Pipes.
I mean, I'll definitely kill chrome. It's just, it
Yep.
looks so cheap to me. I don't know.
Bye.
It's coming back right now as we speak too. A little
It
bit.
is because I saw it so much, especially in the artisan home
Artisan
tour.
home tour.
Multi-million-dollar homes make you guys have the budget. Why are you putting this in here?
Because it's coming back.
$4.5
They-
million home and you put chrome in your
Yeah.
bathroom.
Do you know what I
No
think it is? I
thanks.
think they just want to be ahead of the trend. So they're like, what's not popular now? Let's do it. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
That's what I
yeah.
always think of anyways.
No, I'd marry gold though, all the way.
Mary Gold, so you
I
did switch
know.
it up.
Yeah.
Dating black.
Even though I did black. Okay, I did black hardware on my white cabinets, and then I did gold
You and your
hardware
resale,
on my.
though.
I know me and my resale, but that's why I feel like white
Yep.
cabinets, black hardware is for resale value. It's
That's
not like
my
a
house.
timeless look. I like wood tone cabinets with the gold hardware. I feel like
Yeah,
to me
and you're
that's
wearing gold right now, even.
Okay,
As I'm
you
looking
guys,
at you,
my
like your
whole-
earrings,
And
everything's
your outfit's
gold.
like a wood tone.
My purse,
Yeah.
everything I have is like
Gold
gold
skin now, so
camel black. I mean, it's just and
Yeah.
white. I don't know.
That's
I'm
your
just,
vibe.
It is. So it's like a hard. Can I mesh everything together?
Nope.
I know, right?
Sorry.
Well,
Okay, fine.
thank you guys for tuning in to our podcast, and we'll just
Yes.
keep getting better. Hang in there. Toodaloo.
We want to express our gratitude to all of you who have supported us and continue to tune in. Without you, this podcast wouldn't be possible. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes coming your way. Until then, remember to keep exploring, keep learning, and keep listening to She Means Business.